Okay, Acoustic Bliss. Let's go drinking. When these shoes were new, it was how do you do? It was whiskey and telling your tale. When my shirt was clean, I was there to be seen. I had clear eyes and my sight never failed. And all of my brothers that I've met on the way, they were drinking by night, they were drinking by day. Now restore to my eyes what was clear and was bright, and take me out drinking tonight. Whoa, take me out drinking tonight. Now bluebells and matches and stains on the table, and the sweet smell of the luscious woodbine. Well, Mr. McEwen, you will be my ruin, I said, but I don't really mind. And all of my brothers that I've met on the way, they were drinking by night, they were drinking by day. Now restore to my eyes what was clear and was bright, and take me out drinking tonight. Whoa, take me out drinking tonight. Well, they're still shining through all those stains on the table. Left is heavy and the other is light. Well, if it's left up to you, girl, I know what you'll do. You'll take me out drinking tonight. Whoa, take me out drinking tonight. And all of my brothers that I've met on the way, they were drinking by night, they were drinking by day. Now restore to my eyes what was clear and was bright, and take me out drinking tonight. Whoa, take me out drinking tonight.
Well, to all my friends, treated me so well. You know I'm headed out to that mission bell. Gonna wash my soul, gonna get it clean. Headed down the border road called the El Camino. Well, I've been a prince, you know I've been opposed by a barbed wire fence and a murder of crows, believing all I've loved called the El Camino, headed down the border road called the El Camino. Yeah, my heart's grown sick, I got a shepherd's crook for a walking stick, and I'm headed on. Yeah, my heart's gone blue, and I done wrong by you, I don't know what to do, and I'm moving on. Yeah, I'm moving on. 1 and 1 is 2, 2 and 2 is 4. I'm walking back and forth on your cracked out kitchen floor with the orange juice and the sun that shines. It really breaks my heart leaving you behind. It really breaks my heart leaving you behind. And all of my ships, they've sailed away. And the price of these politics is there's plenty of time to pray and plenty of time to waste away. Where do all my friends that I've loved the most? You know I'm headed out to that other coast. I'm gonna wash my soul, I'm gonna get it clean. Headed down the border road called the El Camino. Headed down the border road called the El Camino. Thank you very much.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the freezing cold outside, but lovely, 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 lovely warm Acoustic Bliss Bar. Welcome. Can you believe it's Thursday again already? I can't. Today when I woke up I thought, oh my god, it's Thursday again. And not that that's a bad thing, it's just that my life whizzes by in Thursdays, whether Thursday is on or off. Is Thursday on or is it off? Anyway, none of that nonsense, because tonight it's going to be slightly shorter tonight. I don't know how much shorter. I find doing less a bit difficult, but it's going to be slightly shorter because we've got quite a lot of stuff to do. Everywhere else, TV's off because I said there were things going on. There's lots of things going on, and anyway, I thought earlier on there was just myself, TV, and George in the chat, because I know that there's other things going on elsewhere. And apparently it's all happening in Glasgow, and Brian's got a new job in Canada, so it's full on busy. David Burns can't be asked to go out and play, which I've never heard that man say that. I've never heard him not being bothered to play. Although David, I've got to tell you something. I haven't seen you for quite some time. Your photo was magnificent. I saw it today. You really do look like a stately wizard, a very wise man. Anyway, hello everybody in the chat. If I've missed your name, I'm sorry. And if you're watching and you don't tell us who you are, that's hello, you're welcome anyway. So tonight, 3 of the nicest people. And now I know I've been a bit, obviously this year I've been really rubbish at keeping up with everything and everybody. And Bliss, we used to be really good at celebrating people's birthdays and noticing stuff, and I have been pants at that this year. But what I did notice today was 3 of the nicest people who are our Bliss compatriots have birthdays today. So I want to that was Sandy McFadgen, and I know we all love a bit of Sandy, and his first line, you know, is like, well, all my friends, you know. And so this is from all of the Bliss friends to 3 of the nicest people that you could wish to meet, and a little celebration of birthdays, because I know I've missed just about everybody else's this year. So of course, whose birthday would it be? Well, now I wonder. Let me see if I can give you a little clue if you don't know already. Oh, what about this? Is it this man?
Yeehaw! Here we are again.
Again?
Yeehaw! Here we are again.
It's Mabbett's birthday! So it's Mabbett's birthday. So today we're gonna, you know, one of the nicest people, and obviously one of the greatest contributors. And if I'd had more time, I would have. Honestly, he's been prolific. I remember saying this recently, actually, that the first conversation I had with him about, you know, maybe you could just do some recording at home in lockdown, and he honestly didn't let us down, did he? So anyway, it's Mabbett's birthday. I'm guessing he's either lying somewhere in a puddle because he's been out all day, or maybe he's gone out for something to eat with the fantastic Mary. But either way, I'm sure they'll watch on catch up. So Mike, happy birthday. And the other person whose birthday it is today is this man. Now let me just, I'm going to do it really quick. That, because I've lost, oh my god, the computer's gone off now. Blimey, I can't see what you're saying. Oh, there we are. Right, so yeah, so the other person, is it Steve's Duncan's? It's Stevie Duncan's birthday today. Now I hadn't grasped that, because I'm a fool. So Mabbott and Stevie Duncan's birthday, and by way of celebration, we've managed to turn him up the right way round for this week. Yay! So we shall be watching the video that we couldn't watch last week because he was actually totally upside down. So Stevie Duncan, happy birthday. Now I did see this morning that he'd already been out on the lash last night, and somebody shoveled him into a minibus this morning and was taking him to Lancaster. I don't really understand any of that, but I think it's his work's Christmas do today, so I doubt very much whether Steve will be watching tonight, tomorrow, or even over the weekend, because he'll obviously have quite a lot to recover. And then the third of the nicest people whose birthday it is weirdly, I played a bit of them last week, Sam and Ian from Blackpool, and it's her birthday today. So so it's just like, yay! Sam, Stevie, Mike, happy birthday. And we hope you're, I mean, there's also three party people for sure. So they'll be off somewhere having a party.
Yeehaw! Here we are again.
Oh, I like that. Anyway, so let's wish them all the best. Let's start with this. So love the music, obviously, Tippity Tappity TV, and so happy birthday to all of us for this year, because there's quite a few, there's birthdays, notable ones that have been missed, so anyway, happy birthday to us all, just before the end of the year. Get it in.
Well, it's more than rain that falls on our parade tonight. It's more than thunder, much more than thunder, and it's more than sad times. Now that I am sober, the famous sad times, those famous sad times, none of our pockets are lined in gold. caught the bouquet. There are no dead presidents we can call. Nothing's going our way, and it's more than trouble. I've got myself into. It's woe-begotten grey skies now. None of our pockets are lined in gold. Nobody caught the bouquet. There are no dead presidents we can call. Nothing's going our way, and it's more than trouble. I've got myself into. It's woe-begotten grey skies now, and it's more than trouble. I have to give to you. It's woe-begotten grey skies now.
Oh, well now. I didn't realise quite how morose that that music was, but the pictures were lots of cakes. Happy birthday. So happy birthday, Mike, Stevie and Sam. And so a slightly shortened thing tonight. So if I do that, I'm looking at the chat. So that was Duffy Tipsy Gypsy. We had quite a lot of those in lockdown. I really like that. Really like them. So anyway, Mike, if you're watching, I've chosen a couple of thingies that made me happy. That was last week. But to celebrate your birthday, I thought, try and find some things that make you happy, or things that make us happy about you, that kind of thing. So this is one of the very first videos that you sent. 2020, and I found this and I thought, oh, so Mike Mabbott, happy birthday.
Yeehaw! Take 946. This is coming direct from the quarantine corral in the lockdown lounge. This is Cowboys in Pajamas, and this is Glenn Campbell. Well, it's knowing that your door is always open and your path is free to walk. That makes me tend to leave my sleeping bag rolled up and stashed behind your couch. Well, it's a knowing I'm not shackled by forgotten words and bonds, and the ink stains that have dried upon some line. That keeps you on the back road by the rivers of my memory, that keeps you ever gentle on my mind. It's not clinging to the rocks and ivy planted on their columns now that bind me, or something that somebody said because they thought we fit together walking. Well, it's knowing that the world will not be cursing or forgiving when I walk along some railroad track and find you waving by the back roads, by the rivers of my memory, and for hours you're just gentle on my mind. Though the wheat fields and the clotheslines and the junkyards and the highways come between us, and some other woman's crying to her mother 'cause she turned and I was gone, I still might run in silence, tears of joy might stain my face, and the summer sun might burn me till I'm blind, but not to where I cannot see you walking by the back roads, by the rivers flowing gentle on my mind. I dip my cup of soup back from the gurgling, crackling cauldron in some train yard, my beard a ruffling coal pile and a dirty hat pulled low across my face. Through cupped hands round the tin can, I pretend to hold you to my breast and find you waving by the back roads, by the rivers of my memory, ever smiling, ever gentle on my mind. Ever smiling, ever gentle on my mind. Thank you. Stay safe.
Oh, now I used to love Glenn Campbell. I'm a big, I mean, not so much now. I love his songs, but I wouldn't call myself a big Glenn Campbell fan now, but I was when I was a teenager. And oh my goodness, one Christmas, it was the Christmas of my dreams. I got all the records that I asked for. And I asked for Glenn Campbell's greatest hits. Wow, got it. The Shawaddy Waddy's greatest hits. Yeah. The Rubettes, I think. Oh God. And Bohemian Rhapsody. I mean, like, what a fantastic record collection that was. But yeah, there's something about Glenn Campbell actually. Some Wichita lineman gets me like, just gets me all googly thinking about it. Anyway, that is birthday boy Mike Abbott. Mikey Mabbott. And is that, I think that was one of his, it's definitely one of the first ones that he had a go at.
Yeehaw! Here we are again.
Yeah. Lovely. Now, I'm sure I've said this before, but I do remember when Mike started coming to the Twa Dogs, and him and Mary used to come and watch, and I think once I might have seen that he had a guitar, but and I actually, for all my pushiness, I do feel sometimes that sometimes people, I don't know, sometimes I have to let people ask me. So anyway, I don't know whether he might remember, you might remember whether I asked you or whether you asked me if you could get up and play. And yeah, of course, get up and play. And oh my God, we were all blown away. What a voice. Really, 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 what a voice. Absolutely beautiful. So I can't see what's in the chat, just seen the word weird. I don't know if you can play the chat back in real time, but if you can, or you have to scroll, I don't know if you have to scroll it. I don't know what happens with the chat in real time, but I hope you can, because sometimes it's all appropriate to what's going on. Well, none of it's appropriate, to be perfectly frank, but anyway, that was good. Like that. So do you get the idea now? Birthday boys. So let's have one of the other birthday boys. Actually, let's start with the thing that I couldn't play last week, because this is really nice. So Stevie Duncan, have known, I've lost count of how many years we've known Stevie. He came to build a guitar at the workshop, and then he came back again, and so he's sort of part of our big expanded Bailey family, and he lives way up north, and who knows where he is now, also probably in a puddle, birthday boy. But anyway, he sent this last week and I couldn't play it because I'm a fool, but I managed to you have to do things to it. You have to sort of whiz it round, put it in a thing, mash it all up, turn it out the other end. But this was worth the wait. So Steve, wherever you are, happy birthday.
Must be the morning again. The sun through the window felt good on my skin. So it must be leaving soon, as it should. And I saw the bluebird again. She pointed it out in the yard and our fence. So it must be leaving soon, as it should. When I'm standing by water, it's harder and harder. It's why I get sad when there's ships in the harbor, 'cause they must be leaving soon, as they should. And I got to see an old friend, but I've stayed up till it came to an end, 'cause he must be leaving soon, as he should. I tend to get lost in the stars. I waste every night wondering where we all are, and how we must be leaving soon, as we should. When I'm standing by water, it's harder and harder. It's why I get sad when there's ships in the harbor, 'cause he must be leaving soon, as he should. Takes time to know when you're wrong. It takes even longer to put it all in a song. And I wish it was easy
Oh, so that was beautiful, actually, really beautiful. Yeah, Stevie. So yes, I have a feeling that he's out in Lancashire. I think he's down south somewhere. But anyway, Steve, if you're watching, that was beautiful, and I'm really sorry I didn't play that last week. Maybe I should have probably paid it, but it sort of spoils it, doesn't it, when you can't see upside down. But anyway, so that's the other sort of running theme with our three nicest people, is that I just was, there was chat in the chat about what guitar you were playing, Steve, and I thought, yeah, that's the other running theme through a lot of people in the chat. It's either music or guitars, is why we've come to meet, and oh yeah. Anyway, not getting maudlin, not today. Oh no. So that was the lovely, slightly older Steve Duncan. So yeah, let's I thought, right, tonight's going to be eclectic mix. I saw that, so I've written that down. Yeah, that was an unusual year. I also for my records, but you see, there were certain songs with certain words that I liked, and either sometimes it was because I could sing it, or it just did something to me. I like to be sort of moved. I sound like an idiot. Do I sound like a twerp? But yeah, it sort of. So even then, there were, also, and also I had that same year I bought with my own money. I bought "The Boys Are Back in Town" by Thin Lizzy, but actually I liked the B-side, which was Emerald. Like that just like ooh, that. Ooh. And my first single was David Cassidy, "I Am a Clown," which, probably eclectic, weird, bonkers, but I actually loved him. I was only 9, no, 10 maybe. Anyway, so yes, let's carry on. So TV stopping work this week. Not forever, but just for the holiday. So I found this. I always think of TV when I find this. So for the birthday people and TV.
This is Paperback Writer to the tune of the Lumberjack Song. Sir, madam, will you read my book? It took me years, will you take a look? It's based on a novel by a man named Lear, and I need a job. Oh, I'm a paperback writer. Yes, I'm a paperback writer. Oh, I'm a paperback writer. I write and write all day. It's a dirty story of a dirty man. His clinging wife doesn't understand. His son is working for the Daily Mail. It's a steady job. Oh, I'm a paperback writer. Yes, I'm a paperback writer. Oh, I'm a paperback writer. I write and write all day. It's 1,000 pages, give or take a few. I'll be writing more in a week or two. I could make it longer if you like the style. I can change it round. Oh, I'm a paperback writer. Yes, I'm a paperback writer. Yes, I'm a paperback writer. I write and write all day. If you really like it, you can have the rights. It could make $1 million for you overnight. If you must return it, you can send it here, but I need a break. Oh, I'm a paperback writer. Yes, I'm a paperback writer. Oh, I'm a paperback writer. I write and write all day. Oh, sir or madam, will you read my book? It took me years, will you take a look? It's based on a novel by a man named Lear, and I need a job. Oh, I'm a paperback writer. Yes, I'm a paperback writer. Oh, I'm a paperback writer. all day.
Yeehaw! Here we are again.
Hello,
Yeehaw! Here we are again.
hello.
Oh, I lost myself. I'm so sorry. Oh, I need to play something. I'm sorry, I'm totally incapacitated. I'm incapacitated. Oh, I've deleted something by accident. Oh, God, honestly. Right, well, there we are. So that right, so I was thinking, well, what did Steve like? You know, I was trying to think about things that Steve would like, and then I remembered last week that Helen, they joined the same club, so that was. Okay, right, I'm just going to have to play it, right, so I can regain my composure. It's a lovely song. It's a really lovely song.
Hello. Virgil Kane is my name, and I drove on the Danville train. So that's cavalry came, tore up the track again. In the winter of '65, we were hungry, just barely alive. I took the train to Richmond, and that was a time I remember so very well. The night that the road for Dixie down, all the bells were ringing. The night that the road for Dixie down, all the people were singing. They went na 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 na. I was my wife in Tennessee. One day she said to me, Virgil, quick, come see, there goes the Robert E. Lee. I don't mind chopping wood, and I don't care if somebody's no good. Take what you need and leave the rest, but they should never have taken the very best. The night that the road for Dixie down, all the bells were ringing. The night that the road for Dixie down, all the people were singing. They went na 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 na. Like my father before me, I'm a working man. Like my brother before me, I took the rebel stand when he was just 18, driving brave. Yankee let him in his grave. Swear by the blood below my feet, you can't praise I came back up when he's in defeat. The night that the road for Dixie down, all the bells were ringing. The night that the road for Dixie down, all the people were singing. They went na 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 na. Bye.
Yeehaw! Here we are again.
Right, I think I've recovered. Helen! Yay! That was Helen McLaughlin. And see that song? That, oh, love it. Absolutely love it. And I just caught Ruth, what Ruth said in the chat about what fantastic voice. And Helen, yes. Tone. And you've got sort of a, I don't know if it's alto, but slightly lower register, and it suits all those songs you choose. Awesome. Yes. Hello Ruth, by the way. Hello everybody. So tonight, so I chose that, right, because I wanted it to be upright for a start, obviously, because I thought, oh yeah, what things would Steve might like? They'd like a bit of Helen. And then I remembered last week the sidey thing. Didn't plan for it to come in sideways, and it did, and it was too late to change. So I thought, anyway, it doesn't matter. But I didn't mean to do that. So seesawing thing. Anyway. So Mike, happy birthday. Steve, happy birthday. We're trying to, you know, this is like the this is the bargain basement birthday show. Now, that's not to say that any of our shows have had a vast amount of money spent on them, especially not in birthday world. I am the mistress of the last minute cobbled together thing. But today, well, anyway, at least I thought about it. At least I knew. At least I remembered. I'm eating cherry menthol Jakeman's. Couldn't find any beer. That's the next best thing. Anyway, never mind that. Let's have our next thing. Now, I think actually what we will do next, seeing as we're all feeling like we're in a funny mood, aren't we? We're all in a funny mood. We're going to play another Mikey to celebrate his birthday. Now, this, I stumbled across this, right, and it made me laugh a lot. I can't remember if Moira's in the chat. This made me laugh, right? And it made me laugh because Mike sometimes has such a deadpan face. Is he laughing? Is he telling a joke or what? Anyway, this I think Moira might have requested this. I hope so anyway, but enjoy the words before the song and then enjoy the song. Happy birthday, Mike.
Howdy folks, welcome back to the Lockdown Lounge. Me and Pinocchio. This is a song for Moira. It's called Friends of Mine. It was Harvey Andrews, and he used to go on tour around about the Boer War time when Moira was serving with the army nurses with Florence Nightingale. And he wrote this song while he was on one of his tours of Europe. So here's a song. In an old hotel in Germany, I was thinking all the while of you. And I'm wishing I was on the plane back home right now. Everybody I meet, they send their love, and they've been so good to me. And I'll never find the words to let them know just how. And they heard our music and they sang our songs and they gave us food and wine. And I've got to get you over here to meet these friends of mine. We traveled on down through Amsterdam, through the plains in the lands, to the lonely man who asked what news we had. And we sang to them of the open roads and the city and the towns, and we gave them all our views, both good and bad. And they heard our music and they sang our songs and they gave us food and wine. And I've got to get you over here to meet these friends of mine. And they heard our music and they sang our songs and they gave us food and wine. And I've got to get you over here to meet these friends of mine. So here's another picture card and here's another word, just to let you know your loving keeps me sane. And I know you'll cry when I hold you close, and I know that I'll be glad, and I never stay away from you this long again. Yes, I know you'll cry when I hold you close, and I know that I'll be glad, and I'll never stay away from you this long again. Cheers, folks. Stay safe. Yeehaw! Here we are again.
Oh, so yeah, wasn't that funny? When I first stumbled across it, I had to play it again to make sure I'd heard him right. Anyway, so Mike and his very dry sense of humour. And do you know, see what I was saying about Helen and songs, I guess listening to that, I guess that's what makes meeting other musicians, whether they're playing original or whether they're playing other people's songs, everybody has got kind of songs that they go to, songs that they like. I don't know what the influence is, but I do love how when you know sort of a few, well, many musicians, and if you go to any open mics or any local music, you know them, just all the different influences there are on people. I'm rambling, but I know what I mean. I love that, you know, that there are things that are distinctly, that they make distinctly theirs. And Mike, you do that, love it. Yeah, class songs. But that was funny about that. I thought Bulwer, he's got that wrong, and then anyways, that was good. Thank you very much for that, Mike. So where are we at? Well, there's a few little things, and I thought what might do is have a slight aside now. I'm going to get rid of those. I've deleted a video by accident earlier on in my excitement, or my over-excitement, but that's fine because there isn't enough. I always have way too many to play. Now, something that you may remember, folks, is the disappointment last week. Sometimes I feel like I can hear the chat, even though I can only see the words, but I hear, and I felt a great cry, like a massive cry of like no. Have you seen Hercules? Disappointed. That's what happened last week. and I'm not even exaggerating. I felt it. I felt like a very bad person. Okay, but there was a reason for doing this. So although we are casually celebrating the birthdays of 3 very nice people tonight, we are also looking forward, because you'll notice the new positive me. And next week, right, this is my trailer for next week, right? And well, maybe I should play it now. So next week I'm going to be honing in, focusing down on bands and players and events that are happening over the holiday period and into January. So next week is like, it's going to be like one massive commercial, but just not as good as any of the John Lewis or the Marks and Spencers ones. No, what I'm going to do next week, I've decided, is to focus on some of the events that are happening over the winter, Christmas period, because so many of them are people that we know and love from Bliss, and I thought, right, that's going to be my focus next week. And that's kind of what I want to be doing going forwards into next year, is to go back to, as I'm hoping that I'll be here more, go back to hopefully at some point live, but also to help promote and spread and provide some sort of platform for local artists of every kind. Now, that's about as far as I've got with it, the idea, but it will happen next week because I've seen some things that are on, and yeah, so that's what I'm going to do. So my trailer for Band Week, Band and Performers Week, why not, I thought, have a band, right? We'll have a band, and that is what the No Disappointed was about last week. So here it is, Band.
Different this week, with relaxation of lockdown, the band wanted to get back together again and do a complete band song for you. So I guess we ought to do introductions, because you won't know most of the people here. On lead guitar, we don't have a full-time lead guitarist, we just got a guy who comes in when we need him. He calls himself a session musician. We call him TV Rental on lead guitar. On bass is someone, feels like I've known him for ages, years and years and years. On bass guitar, we've got TV4 string. No, I said string, Deej, TV4 string. On drums, we have got TV 1, 2, 3, 4. On guitar and vocals, me, TV whatever I am. And then a bit of good news, bad news to finish off with. The good news is, yes, of course, we've got a tambourine player. The bad news is he didn't want to be in here, in the studio with us, sort of breathing the same air and all that stuff. Nothing to do with viruses, he just says we all smell, and he prefers to be outside, which is a fair point. So anyway, that's the good news. The bad news, he's outside. The good news, hopefully he's so far outside that you won't actually be able to see or hear him. But if you did, at a safe distance, on tambourine somewhere out there, we have got TV remote. Okay, and that's the band. The song, something you would have heard many weeks ago when it's just me and acoustic without the rest of the band. It was a Sally song. Who's Sally? Ask Ruth. So this is a full version of the song by Sally, Intoxication.
It's so easy to lie back and let you start. Throw away all my misery. Close my head, open up my dance with your invisible heat. Relax my body, sweet balm. Lay my mind before my feet. Let me sleep warm and calm. Like this I can forget my past. All those promises ago. I know it will never last. That's the only thing I know. Intoxication, work your remedy. Come take me over and set me free. Intoxication, work your remedy. You always know who I wanna be. Intoxication, work your remedy. Come take me over and set me free. Intoxication, work your remedy. You always know who I wanna be. So in the morning when I see the day, when my head holds the world sea, I'll remember you're so far away. If I stand up to begin, a short step back to my old clear green friend. Confess the morning sorrow and put off the sense of the end until tomorrow.
Yeah! The band. So that's my flyer, my trailer for what's to come. And thanks TV. Yeah, and I was thinking, like, how crazy, eh? How crazy. There's a couple of things Dave said in the chat, and you know, like, yeah, crazy times. And yeah, these things. I mean, Sally's songs. I'm talking to TV now. He was saying about maybe if he made them again, but you'd have to do completely different versions, because those, it's like all the videos that were made in lockdown, they're just of their time, aren't they? We will, and we are all particularly fond of all those videos because it's not just the songs and or the music, it's everything that it was. I mean, it was just, do you remember that it was the most it was the most exciting thing? like seeing what had been made that week. And I mean, it's still, don't get me wrong, I still enjoy it, and it's wonderful when people send me things. And thanks, Dave, by the way. Please, anybody, send me if you've got any videos or adverts or things you want me to play. carol@baileyguitars.co.uk. You can WeTransfer is a good one, or Dropbox is okay. There's a few different ones, and it doesn't have to be in HD. We stream in 720p and 30 frames per second. Anyway, ideally they would be MP4s, but I can usually convert things if they're not. But first advert, actually, Dave mentioned in the chat, and I should have said out loud, that there is a carol service on Saturday at Holy Trinity, I think I'm right in saying that, Holy Trinity Church in Ayr, which is being organised by a guy who used to come and play at Bliss, Andrew Tom, and yeah, he had some fantastic original songs. He did, yes, yeah, great voice. Anyway, so he's organising the carol service at Holy Trinity. So if you're in Ayr over the weekend, and Dave didn't tell me what time it was, but you perhaps tell me in the chat. So my plan for next year, starting next week, is to be more of a, not just look back. I mean, obviously I've had to do what I can do this year, but try and find out what's going on, and go back to, you know, being the sort of a bit of a hub for promoting stuff. I mean, I know there's lots of people doing things, and I'm not imagining for a minute that we can, you know, the world's changed, things have moved on, there's all sorts of different things happening, but I think we do, Acoustic Bliss had a reputation for being fair and a sort of a all kind of music platform, and hopefully by doing that, people will hear more original music and find new singers and players that they like and want to support, because that's well, that's going to have to be the way forward, isn't it? Supporting people that you like. Anyway, now I don't know if I've mentioned that it's birthdays, but here, look, let's shut up, Carol, just play this is cracking.
Yeehaw! Here we are again, take number 294 from the Lockdown Lounge. This week's special guest is all the way from UK, and his name is Mike the Mechanic. Hi guys. It was a bit of a wrench getting here, but I managed it in the end. Here's another cup of coffee. She pours herself another cup of coffee. She contemplates the stain across the wall, and it's in between the cleaning and the washing. That's when looking back's the hardest part of all. And she always did her best to try and please him, while he always did his best to make her cry. And she got down on her knees to stop him leaving, and she always knew one day he'd say goodbye. Where are your friends? Where are your children? Is this your house? Is this your home? Does nothing ever last forever? his life. They all love him, but they always try to change him. That's what happens when a girl becomes a wife. And she pours herself another cup of coffee, as the pictures leave a blank space on the wall. And it's in between the leaving and the loving. That's when looking back's the hardest part of all. Where are your friends? Where are your children? Is this your house? Is this your home? There's nothing ever lasts forever. Does everybody sleep alone? Sleep alone. Don't look back, don't give up. Pour yourself another cup. Don't look back, don't give up. Pour yourself another cup.
Yee-haw! Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Yeah, I didn't know what he was doing at the beginning, but do you know something? This is quite strange, right? Because there's kind of a theme and a connection. So I don't remember seeing that bit before, where I think I'd seen him. Obviously, I've seen that video, but where he changes into Mike the Mechanic. But see, I'm talking about weird albums, or my eclectic mix of albums. And within like maybe a year of the Glenn Campbell Shawaddy Waddy Rubettes Christmas debacle, right? I signed up to the library, as you did in them days, and the library gave you access to records, and so you could borrow records. And the great thing about that was that for next to nothing, you could obviously take out a record, and if you didn't like it, you took it back. Yay! So and then back in those days, you entirely judged an album that you'd never heard of by the cover. And so I had, I discovered some really great records in the library. I don't know who the librarian was, right? But this is the link. Mike and the Mechanics was one of the albums, an album that I got out. I can't remember which one it was, but I was really like blown away, actually. I thought, oh, this is amazing. But at the same time, the two albums I got out, one was Mike and the Mechanics, and then the other one was this really strange looking album called War Child, by Jethro Tull. And I just loved the name, and I loved the look of it, and he was like a big long haired whizzy haired bloke. Oh my goodness, that was life changing. Yeah, so within like a year, with the Rubettes and Shawaddy Waddy, War Child, Jethro Tull, yes. Anyway, there's still a link, because also in that those early musical days where I really did get into, it was like books. I liked books that blew my mind, and I liked music that made me feel something. And so the next clip is in fact my last few clips are all connected to that, bizarrely. I didn't think of it before. It's all come together beautifully. It's wonderful, isn't it? So the next Birthday Boy clip is referenced another person whose album I got out of that library, and I'll let you, we'll play it, we'll discuss afterwards.
Hi folks, I finally plucked up the courage to put something together. So this song is a Neil Diamond song called Play Me, and he introduces it as a love song, but it's a love song about his guitar. So this one's for you, Mark. I've been lonely in need of someone, so I've done someone wrong somewhere, but I don't know where. I don't know where completely. You are the sun, I am the moon. You are the words, I am the tune. Play me. Song she sang to me, song she bring to me, words that rang in me, rhyme that sprang from me, warm tonight. And what was right became me. You are the sun, I am the moon. You are the words, I am the tune. Play me. And so it was that I came to travel on a road that was thorned and narrow. Another place, another grace would save me. You are the sun, I am the moon. You are the words, I am the tune. Play me. You are the sun, I am the moon. You are the words, I am the tune. Play me. Cheers, folks.
Yeehaw! Here we are again.
Oh, it's a good job you're not at your new job, Brian. I'll have that under control by the new year, I promise. So, beautiful. So, happy birthday, Steve Duncan. That was an absolute beautiful thing. Beautiful thing. Yeah. I know you can't. You're somewhere in a puddle with your 2 pints. But people are commenting on your shorts because it's obviously a bit cold for shorts at the moment. But I think that was filmed in finer days. Beautiful. And I played it to Mark earlier on, and yeah, he said thank you. It was brilliant, beautiful song. And yes, for a drummer, he does play a good guitar. Yeah. So Steve, birthday boy. And the other connection was then that out of that library, another thing I got, that's actually where I started to fully appreciate Neil Diamond, because in my mind he was a little bit of a pop artist. Get me? I mean, honestly, the year I got the Rubettes and Shawadi. I mean, did you see how old Shawadi Waddy was? Well, they're probably only in their 20s, but I was like 12. But anyway, distracted myself, but that, yeah, within sort of very short space of time, you know, they were just pop, as was Neil Diamond. But out of the library, that's where I was, I got the album Jonathan Livingston Seagull, and that's just a really beautiful work. I haven't actually listened to it. I haven't. That's just brought back to me that I haven't heard of it for a long time. I should look. I will look it up between now and next week. But it's such a beautiful thing. Made me buy the book, which is not beautiful. Life lessons, quite upsetting in places, but the music's lovely. Anyway, that's the link there. The library, the library of my youth. Oh yes, so what I'm looking at a bit of paper, because Reese just wanted to back up what Dave was saying about the carol service. So it's at Holy Trinity Episcopal Church on Fullerton Street in Ayr, which is near the bus station. It's the 9 lessons and carols service, Saturday the 17th at 4 p.m. if anybody's interested. And pass the word out, because I guess I don't know if this is the first year that they've had a, is it the first year that they've had a proper carol service? I'm not really sure, but anyway, good luck to them. And there's the Bliss connection, because you see, music of all kinds is us. Like toys are us? No, music of all kinds are us. Yeah, and Mike and the Mechanics. Right, I'm actually working my way through to see what's left, because we don't want to lose anything. Okay, so we're nearly, I am, like I say, I am going to finish early tonight, because I've got quite a lot of things to do. Please don't take that personally. Nowhere I'd rather be, really, but there are actually things, boxes to be packed, and well, I will say this, one of the reasons I'm finishing early is because I've got quite a lot of things to pack, and if you don't know, the postmen have been on strike this week, and they're back tomorrow briefly, and then they're the end of next week they're on strike again, and obviously the nurses, there's quite a lot of people on strike, and I actually support all of them personally. I mean, I don't support all of them personally, take that back. I support what they're doing, so this is not in any way a moan, but it means you have to reorganise a bit, and so we're trying to get things in the post tomorrow. So what shall I play now? I know what we're going to play, because I've got several. Right, they have it every year. Well, see, so Ruth's saying they've had it every year, barring the pandemic. Right, well, see, my mum, I guess it's different everywhere, but my mum they were still singing through masks. You know, at the beginning of the year. I don't know if any of that made any sense to anybody, but it doesn't matter. So let me just check. I've done all that. Oh my goodness. Right. So we're nearly at the end. Not quite though. So I chose this, right, because I thought, well, what would our 3 birthday people, what would they maybe like? What would they all like? And I thought, well, I don't really know, because who could tell what they would all like? And I thought, well, do you know what? Maybe they'd like some Carol and Mark. So I chose this because this is from the very first season of Acoustic Bliss live, as in streamed. It looks very different. It's from December 2014. But library connection, I got this out of the library as well. Not Mark, no, not any, but the album, Answers on a Postcard. But this is our version. Now, Tiff was saying about Mike's ability to take an amazing song, make his own version and make it better, right? We're not in that league. We do take songs and we do something to them, and I like to think that I make them either moving or I leave an impression. That's all I can say. So there we go. So 2014, season 1 of Acoustic Bliss.
He broke down and let me in. Oh. Make me see where I don't know what it means to win. Oh. Come on up and see me again. I've been down one time, I've been down 2 times. I've been down 1 time, I've been down 2 times. Oh, I'm never going back again. Ooh, oh, oh, I've been down 1 time, I've been down 2 times. Oh, I'm never going back again. I've been down 1 time, I've been down 2 times. Oh, I'm never going back again. Well, thank you very much. Right, so.
Oh, yeah. Thank you for all the nice comments. Love back at you all. Yeah, and yeah, I can't tell you about what's going to happen next year, or as far as me and Mark playing. It's been, you've got to feel it, haven't you? You've got to feel music. You know, music, craft, whatever it is you do with your soul, you've got to feel it. And you know, we've not been ourselves, really not. But again, not maudlin. I can say that, and I can say I hope very much that Mark and I will play again live at the BBBBBB. That's something or other. I do hope. And I can look at our old gigs now without getting upset, so I guess that's a good sign. It's either that or I've gone mad. Get on and feel it. Yes. Well, excuse me. All I can describe it, it's like there's been a massive blockage. There's been a massive blockage which is starting to shift. Yeah. But do you know, I said it in the chat that was week 4, I think, week 3 or 4 of the beginning of live streaming. It wasn't super fast broadband. It was, you know, it was pants internet. Look, we only had one set, you know, lights. The stage was massive. Stuffy stage was massive. We, you know, and it was kind of the wrong angle. We made some changes after the first season, but if you'd have told me then that there would be we'd be starting 30 seasons, and I know the last few have not been quite what we had envisaged at all, but if standing on that stage then, starting off this live stream, had no idea where it would take us, and all the amazing people that we've met, really amazing. Yeah, and I do like to think Ruth mentioned in the chat about Little Fire. So Jamie McGeechan's playing on the 23rd, Friday the 23rd, at the Print House in Ayr, which is down Nile Court. Yeah, it used to be Fury Murray's. Also, well, James Michael Rogers is also playing with him, and Ruth, there's someone else. There's 3: James Michael Rogers, Jamie McGeechan, and someone else, all of whom we know and love here. So yes, so that actually, seeing that little gig, that gig just made me think, yeah, right, that's what we you know, at various points of the year there'd be gigs, there'd be things that we would promote and help push. And I like to think that Duffy's little stage, or it didn't matter where we set up, that it provided a platform. It was a thing so that people could start to practice being in front of different audiences. It's it's part of a circuit, a small part, and it was a small room, but hey, it ain't over till the fat lady sings. In fact, in my case, it is over. No, it isn't over until it ain't over till the fat isn't over till it's not over even when it's not over when I sing. It starts all over again. Yes, thank you. Hey Steve in the chat. Oh yes, and this is but all the birthdays we've missed, but we Acoustic Bliss we've missed quite a lot of Acoustic Bliss birthdays, and some of us Bliss veterans are now more mature than we were when we started, but and even the Bliss babies from the Boroughfields, they're quite a lot of them have got kids, and they're mature themselves. Sorry, that's my press the wrong button again. But yeah, so I know that what we have done over the last 8 to 15 years, but it's longer than that now, has all been good fun. Primarily, we've made some excellent friends. There are a million billion wonderful musicians, and we've had some really great people grace our stage. I am not ready to let go of that, so I've laid down a little bit this year and let things wash over me, and I've got distracted because I've had to be, but I'm hoping that next year, so it starts next week, because that's my plan, is to do some of that. So and hopefully next year weave in some live stuff. I've got some other things, some other ideas, which I'll also mention next week, but not now. So because you may remember or forget, or something may not forget, oh for goodness sakes, I'm not even drinking. It's birthdays, it's the birthday people. So we're actually at the end of our beautiful journey, my friends. We've been saying happy birthday to Stevie Duncan from up in Aberdeenshire, who's somewhere down south on his work's due in a puddle, and happy birthday to Mike, who was at some point up in Aberdeenshire in his earlier life, and now is down here in Ayrshire with Mary, and they're out having a ball, and he's probably gone to the pub to play, I would have thought. So happy birthday to them. And the last song there, because there is obviously, everything is linked, the last song there was, nobody mentioned it, but it was Fleetwood Mac, Never Going Back, from Rumours, which is another thing I got out of the library, an album I got out of the library, and I had to buy it, so I bought it on tape. I wore that tape out because I absolutely adored the Rumours album. I loved it, and never in a million billion years thought I would ever get to sing any of those songs. Yeah, so that was Lindsay Buckingham's version of Never Going Back Again, from the Rumours album. So our final song tonight is to say happy birthday to the third nicest people that you could wish to meet, and that's Sam Moore. And Sam, I played a little bit, quite by coincidence last week, I played a bit of them their set, and I don't think I played this. I'm quite sure I didn't play it, and if I did, sodja. Playing it again. No, I don't think I did. Anyway, so this was our it was the only song we could find that we knew in common, and to try and do something at the end of the day. Now, what's hilarious about this, what's really hilarious, is when I played Mark last week, I I put Sam and Ian up on the screen, and Mark said, why am I playing with that girl? He said, what am I doing? What am I doing on that stage? I said, it's not you. It ain't you. So, with that in mind, I want to wish you all the very, very best for this Thursday, the 15th of December. It's mid-December. By the next time we meet, the longest night, so the shortest day, will have been and gone like that. And do you know what? It's all uphill from there. So thank you. Happy birthday to all of them. Happy birthday to all of us for everything. Happy birthdays this year. Congratulations to Brian on not only getting a new job but not playing Acoustic Bliss and keeping it. And to you all, I will see you. I am going to stream next week, and good luck to me. I'll try and find the right buttons to press as well. So on that note, happy birthday, and we'll leave you this. It's happy and jolly, right? Don't care what any of you say. I'll see you next time. Bye.
We'll just do it. It's fine. I don't know it. I've got no idea.
If Mark doesn't remember all of it, it's obviously Steve Duncan's fault.
Loving you isn't the right thing to do. How can I ever change things that I feel? If I could, baby, I'd give you my world. How can I, when you won't take it from me? You can go your own way, go your own way. You can call it another lonely day. You can go your own way, tell me why everything turns around. Shacking up, so you wanna do. If I could, baby, I'd give you my world. Open up, everything's waiting for you. You can go your own way, go your own way. You can find another lonely day, You can go your own way, go your own way. You can call it another lonely
So, best we could do in the time we had, but hopefully we'll be doing a few more musical collaborations. So, thank you to everybody that's played.
Town of Air, Statue Square, Twaddock's Bar, you'll find it there. And Bailey guitars on a night like this, sweet sound of acoustic bliss. Carol sings to Mark's guitar, Jem smiling behind the bar, no worries. Cousin Bob singing bar, the smiles come free. Come along, bring your song, play guitar or an old baron. Banjo, flute, violin, piano, sax, just anything. Duffy rocks, Chloe rolls, Wolfie sleeps and Norman blows, no worries. Cousin Bob singing bar, the smiles come free. Absent friends, Willie and Ken, reminisce and laugh again. The song is sung, the day is done, but the memories will linger long. Behind the mask, raise a glass to live music and friends pass, no worries. Cousin Bob singing bar, the smiles come free. Silent singers, songless days, shadows playing without a stage. And Bailey guitars on a night like this, how I miss acoustic bliss. Carol sings to Mark's guitar, Tom smiling behind the bar, no worries. Cousin Bob singing bar, the smiles come free. Life rocks, you gotta roll, play the blues and ease the soul, no worries. Cousin Bob singing bar, Ben Bob singing bar, and Bob singing bar, the smiles come free.
Bob singing bar.
1 dog, 2 dog, 3 dog, 4 dog, 5 dog, 6 dog, 7.
Bob singing bar.
Bailey guitars, 2 dog, 3 dog, acoustic, 5 dog, 6 dog, 7.
Bob singing bar.
Bailey guitars, 3 dog, acoustic, 5 dog, 6 dog, 7.
Bob singing bar.
Bailey guitars.